I've gotten a few questions about what business does a severe hemophiliac have getting on a bicycle and riding across the country. 2,900 miles from Costa Mesa to Savannah, Georgia. And this is a fundraising effort for the Save One Life
Hello,
organization.
I'm Manuel. I'm 26 years old and I come from Ghana and I have hemophilia. So I didn't have access to factors. I didn't have access from the beginning I didn't have access to even So in 2010, the Ghana Hemophilia Society was formed by the initiative of Mr. Martin Boache, who had his son die from hemophilia. He actually brought the son here to the USA, but then he still didn't survive. And then he brought, when he had a second son, he brought him here too, and he met Laurie, who helped him get doctors to take care of him, so he survived. And he came back home and he realized we have this problem there, but people didn't have the kind of resources he does. We got Save One Life coming in to come and help out. So Martha came down to Ghana and I sent her around 3 regions, and we traveled for about 2 days. And she met a couple of patients to kind of relate to what patients go through. So the first trip, for instance, I sent her to a place. It's not so remote by Ghanaian standards, but we have to drive for about 3 hours in a 4-wheeler, and then she really got to appreciate how far people have to drive to access basic hemophilia care, because they didn't have that 3 hours away, and the roads were bad, and we had a 4-wheel driver, but she still felt how bad the road was. And these were people who didn't have the means to come to other hospital. Project Share was helping me. I'm here because of those efforts, which I believe are all linked to Save One Life, one or the other. Because if the patients are not alive, you can't help them with all the other things.
It's good.
Save One Life does, yeah.
I'll never forget sitting down and firing it off an email to Lori and proposed what I then thought was the preposterous suggestion of riding a bike across America as a fundraiser for her organization.
Aren't you really just trying to get rich and famous?
Unfortunately, I get paid nothing to do these. I probably fork out a few thousand myself to do. I joke with people, I spend more money keeping my bike on the road than I do on my 11-year-old truck and my 17-year-old
Aren't you just trying to convince all of our little bleeders to go out and bleed by getting on bicycles and riding real fast and crashing and trying to be another Barry Hardy?
The interesting and counterintuitive thing that I discovered was that the more I ride, probably the less I bleed. I started riding quite a few years ago as a result of a total knee replacement in 1999. About 5 years ago, I was not planning to ride a bicycle across America. I was, in fact, making out my will because I thought I was not going to survive hepatitis C. But I managed to prove my doctors wrong on that one.